cupboard in Nursery Rhyme, and the last hour of the last day of shooting, so everyone's a little brain dead. Yeah, well, I try to, if you get really cool roles and characters, I love doing the research on it, so I usually try and delve in as deep as I can go. And I was, I went to a bunch of websites and signed in and read a lot of blogs and a lot of stuff about incest and, spousal abuse and, just the whole dysfunctional cycle. And what was interesting to me on the incest especially is how a lot of people, there was a lot of guilt on their part, and I had never kind of read that or delved into. I didn't realize, I know not everyone maybe, but there was a lot of people that wrote in and talked about how guilty they felt for so long. And it just goes to show you how deep that runs. And that's what's just so awesome about this script. And I was telling you earlier, some of the reactions of some of the crew when we filmed certain things in the storyline, we definitely walked the line, and some people's eyes crossed the line. It made them uncomfortable. But this is a story that it needs to be told in its entirety, I think, and not kind of, made all pasteurized and homogenized for ABC Network, And that's why I fell in love with the script so much and wanted to do this. And it's funny because David and I, whenever I talked about the character and the story and what was going on, I would ask his opinion, and we were both just dead on in our agreement of what is going on in this story. And that was really cool too. I never had to kind of fight for what I thought I wanted to do or for what I thought the character would do or what, without giving anything away, what's really going on. And, it's just this cycle. And I wanted to go to a meeting, an incest meeting, but they're pretty closed. Pretty private stuff, and I would have had to have lied to kind of sign in and sit in on a meeting. And, I did actually want to do that, but I didn't end up by, getting into a meeting. There wasn't one near me to sit there and just listen to people, honestly talk about their life experience with this. I was so amped that it's amazing I was living on 5 hours of sleep through the whole shoot. I liken the whole process to giving birth, It's not that I've given birth, but I know that it's a painful process. They're all awesome. That's the other cool thing about the story, it's just the story is so important. You get that and you've got the foundation for wonderful things. So all the characters had their little quirks and interesting stuff, and they were all great. But I think, Jamie, who plays Daryl, the peeping Tom, the freak in the show, we were just playing around a lot. He was always lurking somewhere on the set, so he was always cracking me up, and I'm trying not to laugh half the time. I had a lot of fun killing. I've been on the other end of the spectrum, getting covered in blood often, and I don't know if Matt, who plays Milo, has been on the other end of that, so I was chuckling. I had to keep a straight face a few times. And that was fun. All the little girls were awesome. They were really cool, and they were having a lot of fun on the set. There was no animal abuse or child abuse going on this set. They were all having giggling in between and having a really good time. And again, it's a real thing, and you can't kind of hide it, I don't think, in society, and that's what's cool about this story. It's just, it tells a real story, and it tells you how damaged people get from this and the cycle. I'm always drawn to dark subject matters for whatever reason. I love playing those kinds of roles, so I just thank David for writing such an incredible script. And Ed and David together, putting together such an incredible team, and low budget, long hours, but the team, the whole team effort and the spirit on the set and everything, despite the long hours, you know, we'd have our little artistic squabbles and then they would make up, and sometimes I'd have to walk out of the room because I was laughing, so I have to turn and walk away, because 5 minutes later they made up and it was just like an artistic thing where it's just like, no, it needs to be done like this, you know, or whatever. But it was just, everyone was very good spirited, and there was just such a labor of love and a wonderful vibe on the set. So, and that doesn't happen all the time. So, just judging from people's reactions to seeing footage and what's going on, there's just a really good feeling. I think that this project is going to be special, if not incredible, hopefully.